My dear friends, welcome back to B Spice. In this session, I will take you through the discussion on PLC versus DCS versus SCADA. Just a summary of the minor differences. Of course, this is again targeted at freshers. Experienced engineers, kindly excuse me, because many of the freshers, they actually requested to post these kind of basics. So of course, we have actually covered extensively on DCS, and of course, I'll be covering on SCADA very soon. But again, I just want to give you some comparison. Maybe perhaps you can also prepare yourself for the interview sessions and all. Okay, it's very simple. I have classified few items actually as a criteria. Okay, first is definition. Of course, you all know, right? This is more of a PLC is more of a digital controller for discrete process. Discrete in the sense on and off, right? Okay, that's it. Then for the DCS, it's a distributed control system for continuous process automation. It is distributed to all around the plant, and it's used for the continuous process automation. And of course, it's very complex systems involved in that. Whereas SCADA actually is involved, the definition is it's like a more of a supervisory system for monitoring and control. Right? Okay. So that is a definition for this. Okay. Okay. So basically here SCADA means what? Supervisory control and data acquisition system. So that is the point here. Then what is the primary use? If you think about primary use, the PLC is more of a machine and process automation. Okay. That is the primary target. For the small packages, we'll have this kind of PLCs. Okay. When you talk about DCS, it is again a process control in complex industries, like a highly complex system, highly complex process like refineries, petrochemicals, all these we target the DCS and geographically distributed, yeah, within a campus. And this SCADA is used, for the monitoring and high-level control of distributed system. This is also like, geographically distributed at very large in the sense it's a very long distances. For example, the data will be transmitted to, the control room at very, around 200 kilometers, like that. It's very farther, distance kind of applications. Then when we talk about the system size, it's very, range from small to medium actually. And of course, DCS is very large and of course complex. And SCADA again, as I mentioned earlier, very large and geographically dispersed system. Okay. So these are some of the basics of this differences. Okay. Now going further, architecture. It's a single point architecture. Okay. And it's DCS is more of a distributed control loops. SCADA is more of central supervision with multiple remote units. We call it as RTU, remote terminal units, which we'll be discussing in detail, friends. Okay. Just now, this will limit this discussion to only comparison. Okay. Yeah. Then customization, highly customizable. Yes, we can customize based on the process. And DCS is more of a standard functions. Of course, yeah. There are also customized blocks. Yeah? We can also, customize blocks for each functions. You can also, refer our DCS video on this Yokogawa system. You can get to more on that. Then SCADA is, more of a flexible and integrates with other system. Okay, of course, it has to be integrated. Yes, that is how the customization. When you talk about the response time, PLC, of course, is fast, which is in millisecond. And DCS is also fast, but moderate from milliseconds to seconds. And SCADA is a bit of a slower, like a seconds to minutes, because, this is also acceptable. So that is a point. SCADA is predominantly used in our water applications, So yeah, of course, in power also we use it. Yeah. So wherever that, slowness is acceptable, yeah, we can use this. So this is about the response time. Few more to add on the comparison. User interface. PLC is very simple. PLC is very simple. And yeah, When we talk about DCS, it's very advanced with the trains, alarms, all these there. And of course, SCADA, we have a graphical, with the extensive data visualization. So that is the purpose, in fact. So that is the purpose of this. Then communication protocol. Of course, we have a lot of aspects. I just put something here. PLC, it can be, interface with Modbus, Ethernet IP, Profibus, Profinet, yeah, all these are PLC communication protocol. And of course, DCS, Fieldbus, Foundation Fieldbus, Modbus, all these. Then SCADA, Modbus, DNP3, IEC, all these actually. This is a communication protocol, sir. Then when it comes to data handling, basically, yeah, it's limited to real-time control. But whereas the DCS, you have advanced data handling, of course, real-time, and of course the storage of historical data, again, all this. Then SCADA actually is a extensive long-term data storage and reporting. So these are the some of the basic, differences basically, friends. I just want to give you some insights on this. That's it. And few more actually. When it talks about redundancy, of course, I just put it as low. Of course, if it is for a simple system, we can go for a redundancy. I mean, without redundancy. See, when we don't have the redundancy in the process, so yeah, you can go for a simple, a single system. No need of redundancy. But redundancy is also possible here. Then when you talk about this high DCS, it's a really high with a backup, high backup controllers. Okay. Then SCADA basically moderate and primary in communication. So that's about the redundancy aspect. When you talk about the cost, of course, PLC is very, cheaper for the low cost for the small system, of course. Again, DCS high cost due to this complexity. And SCADA varies actually. It depends again on the system. Can be cost effective for large system. Yeah, that's it. Then when we talk about the main vendors, Siemens, Allen Bradley, Schneider, all these are the PLC reputed brands. And we talk about DCS, we have, Yokogawa, ABB, Emerson, Honeywell, Schneider, all these. And of course, SCADA, Wonderware, iFix, WinCC, and RSV. So these are some of the fundas behind this PLC, DCS, and SCADA, friends. Okay. So yeah, of course, we have covered many things in our channel, but I thought, just for the benefit of freshers and college, freshers, we can, give this for, their learning. That's it. Thank you again for the support. I'm planning to do a video on this PSV. One of our friend actually asked actually the pressure relief valve and pressure safety valve. Again, that's a more of a comparison. I'll see you in the next video on that. Okay. Thank you and take care. Bye-bye.